Hey, if you're looking for a dessert to take to a Super Bowl party this weekend, we have a treat for you this morning. Super Chunk Super Bowl cookies, courtesy of the dessert diva, Danette Randall. Good to see you, Danette, as always.
Well, thanks, Tom. Nice to see you.
So you have key ingredients here, I notice.
Yeah, pretty key. M&Ms.
Beer nuts.
Nuts.
Got everything you need.
Beer nuts. They don't
and
have
a
beer
football.
in them. They don't have. Yes. Do you like
that? Is that your
nice
football?
little touch?
Did you bring that in?
I did. I brought that in with me under my arm.
Toting the rock.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me just tell you, these are very simple dessert, because when I'm at a Super Bowl party, I want grab and go stuff. I don't want anything where I have to get to the party and I need to top or cut or heat or anything like that.
No.
So I made a hearty cookie,
that's easy
something that the men will like, something that the women will like, and you know, I was hoping that my dessert would be green and white this year.
For the Jetsies.
But no.
Didn't happen.
So, you know, maybe lime jello or something, but no. So this will have to do. You're going to love it. There's lots of things in here, but very simple.
Well, they look fantastic. So
and a few people have already tried them. Brennan, Melissa's baby.
He already had 3?
He's had a few. No, the dad, not the baby.
Jake
I offered, but Melissa said no. Okay, so 350 degrees.
Okay.
350 degrees. Now, what I have right here is 2 cups flour, teaspoon baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon salt.
Got it.
Sift, set aside.
All right.
Now, I have a cup of butter.
Room temperature, more or less?
Unsalted, absolutely.
Now, unsalted, why do we go that route as opposed to the standard butter?
Unsalted because you want to control your salt. And you know how there's all the studies now, too much salt is not good for you, Tom.
So is it a health decision, or is that you like to add it in the recipe and have...
I like it for both, both. I like to control the salt intake in my dessert, so I use unsalted. And if you use salted, it tastes good. It still has a little bit more of a bite, and of course, most people add salt to bring out the flavor of the desserts, but usually you just put a 1/4 teaspoon in. So unsalted is what I like to do. So 1 cup. Now I've got a 1.5 cups of brown sugar.
Light brown sugar.
Light brown sugar. You
sometimes
can use
the dark brown, right?
Yes, I do. But you know, there's so many different flavors going on in this dessert that I think that the lighter molasses sugar works a little bit better. Now, let me ask you, are you a betting man?
Oh, yeah. I bet on everything all the time.
I know you bet on, you know, the guy that eats all the food.
Yeah.
How much he's going to eat.
3 pounds, yeah.
3 pounds. But are you excited for the Super Bowl?
Very excited. As a matter of fact, I can't wait until Sunday. I'm going to try to watch the Super Bowl on Thursday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't think I can make it till Sunday.
Very nice. Okay, 2 eggs.
Okay.
Room temperature also, because we want those to incorporate into the butter and not shock the butter and just kind of
you don't want to shock the butter.
Usually you would do it one at a time, but you know we never make it.
Last
so
thing you
I'm
need
trying
is shocked
to.
Butter.
We don't want the butter to be. I mean, it's already unsalted.
Yeah.
We don't want it to be shocked.
Unsalted,
too,
insalted, and shocked.
We've got a teaspoon and a half of the pure vanilla. Now we're stirring this up. Now you can use a hand beater if you want, which would make this go faster, but like I've told you before, I like to do it by hand a lot.
You always worry about getting too much air into it.
Yeah, Tom, you're cracking me up with that, but I'm glad that you're a good listener.
If you shock the butter and get too much air in it, this is going to be a disaster.
Stop it. Okay, so you can see how it's smooth and creamy, exactly the way we want it. You can smell the vanilla. Ooh.
And the brown sugar's good.
We're gonna add the flour,
which has the salt, and what else? The baking soda.
The baking
powder.
soda. And this has butter and baking soda. And when you do bake these cookies, they are going to spread a little bit. So kind of put them on your baking pan accordingly, ungreased.
A little bit of room.
A little bit of room, because they do spread out.
Spread then bake.
All right, so you're going to stir this up. Look, I'm trying to do it so that we don't get flour all over myself, and I don't get flour all over you. And all right, now the nuts and the M&Ms, you can kind of change that up. I personally like my combo that I've come up with.
So you went with the big peanut M&Ms.
I did the peanut M&Ms. Now, because there's already nuts in it, you could use the plain M&Ms, or of course somebody has a nut allergy.
There's always someone who thinks they got a better idea than you.
Always. Everyone has an opinion, and that's okay.
They're never right.
They're right. Everyone has an opinion. There's nothing wrong with it.
And then we're adding
All right, we're going to do a cup of peanut M&Ms.
Cup of peanut M&Ms.
And
you take out the tan ones in case Van Halen shows up?
No, I don't.
Okay, just checking. Next.
I've got to have a cup of chopped walnuts.
Right.
Now, everything else I leave whole. The walnuts I do kind of crunch up, so you have that little bit of extra texture. Kind of adds a nice, floats through it really nice. I've got a cup of chocolate chunks.
Right.
Because these are, Tom, super chunks. Super Bowl cookies.
So this is just regular chocolate, not semi-sweet.
Semi-sweet chocolate chunks. Thanks for asking. Now, we're doing beer nuts. I like the beer nuts. They have the sweet and salty glaze on the outside. I think it adds a really nice finish to these cookies.
So do I.
We're going to do a cup of beer nuts. Like I said, no beer, but they do go well with beer.
Okay.
And these cookies go well with beer. So you're going to fold those into it.
So we got to get to spooning them out here.
Okay, let me tell you. We're going to use it's about 1/4 of a cup. I use an ice cream scoop. You're just going to fold these out onto the baking sheet. And you can kind of manipulate, because I think you should do the M&Ms on the top. So, you know, if you don't have one on top, kind of manipulate that. This is going to be 10 to 12 minutes. And when they're done, let me show you.
Show me.
They're going to be kind of nice and brown and crispy on the outside. When you take them out of the oven, they're going to look slightly underdone.
Yes.
But they're not. They're not. Are they showing the one I'm doing? Oh, no, they're showing.
But the recipe, we should tell people, is on the website.
On the website, and they're delicious. Make these. You're going to be a hit. Whatever team you want to win, you won't be a loser with these cookies, Tom. Come on.
Go to our website to get the recipe, or you can always read Danette's column in the, what's it called again?
Poulter Weekly.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I was thinking of eating. All right, a figure skater's costume causing an uproar. The controversial outfit's coming up. And the poor chubby doggy found frozen to the sidewalk. His story coming up as well. We'll tell you about Jiffy in a jiffy.
Poor thing.
Hey, one lucky couple, they're going to get their entire wedding paid for. How, why, when? We'll tell you in about a second.